Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there. Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. Lots going on in this world. We want to thank you for your support over on Patreon. Patreon is still growing, and, it's just exciting to be able to reach people in so many different ways and so many different platforms.
We are blessed.
We are, and so we want to thank you guys for this ride, exclusive videos over there. Here you see glowing orbs, or UAP, something in a Mississippi tornado just a couple days ago. What's really going on? Boy, there's an awakening going on. And we will follow Jesus here as well, see what else he posts. It's just an awakening and exciting time. You had the Washington Monument, the Capitol building, and the Empire State Building all struck by lightning on New Year's Eve. Do you think that's a coincidence? People will say God is bringing judgment. I think it's a little different than that. I don't think it's God bringing judgment.
It's a little different than that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Tampa, next rad, you see very, very interesting fog or whatever you want to call it. Air pollution precaution. They've issued an air pollution precaution due to elevated levels of fine particulates. What is in those, or what should I say, are those fine particulates that make up all the fog that we're seeing all over the world? This is Daytona Beach. Again, it's everywhere you look, and it's been pretty much every night that I let the dogs out, as typically they want to go out some point in time during the middle of the night, and I guarantee you there will be some fog out there. And I'm going to show you, let's see, hopefully this.
So does anybody else?
Okay, I'm going to show you some of my own video that I took in this video. Everybody's asking, because it's the UK too, why are we all experiencing fog that doesn't go away? And, God, this is just getting me think of the Bible thing again with the fine mist, right? Before they screwed with our planet's atmosphere. And yes, our atmosphere has been modified. It is not the way things were intended to be.
No, I don't see that.
No, now again, all this is just given for entertainment purposes, and we are sharing a lot of just what we know. I mean, obviously here we're sharing what other people are sharing. By the way, we're sharing on TikTok too. And Lindsay, the plant lady, is our number one first follower on TikTok. We are late to the TikTok show. I know globally TikTok is enormous. But hey, better late than never.
Yes. Hi, Lindsay.
Yeah. Again, we couldn't do it without you guys. Also, we're getting close to 1 million views. We're just like a day away or so from 1 million views over on Brightian. 3,330 videos are up on Brightian. I do think since I started making videos and then my divine lovely wife joined me, it's got to be 5,000 videos. It has to be 5,000 videos in total. If you look at Evolutionary on YouTube, you're not going to see a heck of a lot because, honestly, most of those were taken down. And it was during a few different purges. On Rumble, 2.8 thousand followers over there as well. It's interesting to me to see people like different things. And like with Rumble, whenever we do music, and I'm working on more music, high vibe music videos as well, and meditation and stuff, that does really well on Rumble. It doesn't do well over on Brightian. Each outlet, I guess, just catches its own group. Over on BitChute, 2,400 plus videos, 2,800 subscribers over there as well. And we'll be doing more of these shorts because a lot of people have said, well, I'm awake, thank you, but my family won't listen to your 20, 30, 40 minute video. Can you do some hard-hitting shorts? Well, that's what we intend to do in 2025.
Yes, I mean we understand that, where people don't have time to listen that long. And then the other thing with Mike and I, we cover such a vast array. You know, if someone shares something, we might say something that is so far against their belief system they just cannot accept it. But smaller, shorter videos that bring about an awakening and an expansion of consciousness. I think that's the direction we need to go.
Yeah, I'll go out on a limb and say 2025 is going to absolutely destroy certain belief systems. They're going to be a thing of the past. As people are looking into the fog situation, the foggy conditions, and all the particulates that are floating about, there's more than meets the eye here. And, you know, one of the things people were saying in these last two videos I was pulling up, we're basically saying, you know, do we need to get a gas mask? Well, The Economist, this is again from, I want to say 2020. Yeah, this was 2020. The next catastrophe, it looks like they're recommending gas masks. You know, volcanoes, pig flu, swine flu, yeah. Asteroids coming in, you know, all sorts of micro things out to get us, or if some things are literally substantive, if you know what I mean there, because again, paradigms are being shattered. Totally. And, you know, here you see all sorts of metallic spheres. We were showing little glimpses of some of these things. You know, it's interesting because in this case, Cindy picks up, you know, these are entities that know each other and they're kind of on a mission, and they're like, hey, you know, Earth's not in a Kali Yuga anymore, so it's okay. We could just show ourselves. No big deal. If they see us, it's okay now.
These had a very unique vibration to them when I was feeling their energy and listening to their specific conversation. They are a couple of very beautiful beings on their way to show themselves to part of their star family, which would probably be from Earth. But they're just sort of going along together, having this conversation like they're walking through a field of daisies. And from their perspective, they might be walking through a field of daisies, because these beings are different. They pull themselves together using the ether, and they make themselves into these balls that we might perceive as solid, and they do what they do.
And if you grew up in the Abrahamic tradition, you wouldn't have been brought up with this knowledge, but it's been there, and over 1 billion people on the planet have been brought up with this knowledge, that in the vastness of space there are many worlds with beings of diverse forms, some with powers far exceeding human comprehension, traveling the skies with divine machines. This was our first short. The Mahabharata, this is chapter 231. Again, Mahabharata is enormous. It's a massive epic that in reality, you know, spans multiple volumes, and it shares really what we've gotten from the guides. Probably the most accurate info you can get is in the Hindu scriptures as to our reality and the fact that we're not alone. Never been alone. So, you know, there's a lot of people that the introduction of extraterrestrial and interdimensional life is just going to be like, oh, that's cool. It's just like what I read in the scriptures. Yeah, but, you know, much more detailed scriptures. And it's scriptures that weren't censored. This is the big difference. You know, when you look to Genesis 6, it's censored. The vast majority of it is not there. It was removed because, again, the ultimate control system isn't from here. And actually, none of us really are when you get down to it. As Cindy was talking about star seeds and, you know, coming to visit their star family, that's the big thing. Earth is a refugee planet. And we are all refugees, so to speak, in this galactic war, which is very much akin to what we see in Star Wars. The only thing is, you know, the Rebel Alliance hasn't won yet in our time. Although we're shifting to a time period where the Sith are starting to lose their powers and their ability to confuse at least a portion of the population. And this is verified footage of 12 orbs, UFO UAPs, monitoring over Fukushima nuclear power plant. Oh yeah, I mean, everything is watched all the time.
I think these are very interesting. These feel like a bit of a hive mind, but they're also they're here, they're on a mission, they're talking with each other. They are not beings that we have much understanding about. They're here on a mission, and they're here to protect. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of this. And there's going to be a lot of people coming online and finally coming together to utilize their energy for co-creation.
Absolutely. All this is really coming out this year. This is the year that blows minds and blows paradigms. It really is, in so many ways, perhaps one of the most exciting points in any of the yugas to be alive, albeit it's a roller coaster ride. Warning, caution, some might get queasy during this ride.
A little, yeah.
Meanwhile, strange rock spotted on the Martian surface. I don't know. Is it Elon's wife's high heels? Maybe.
Could it be a vase? I don't know.
I'm not sure if Elon's married. I know he has a dozen kids, though.
Yeah, he has a few.
Yeah, he follows those Anunnaki ways, does he not? Oh, yeah, it's all there. This again is taken from the Mahabharata, and it's talking about Krishna going to meet Partha's cousins. Surrounded by the 5 brothers, Krishna shone like Sakra in the midst of the celestials. So you will see references to the celestials time and time again, or the devas. And what we are talking about are beings that, in some cases, literally are members of the Galactic Federation. And the Galactic Federation is very, very real. That's something that, wow, sounds too Star Trek and Star Wars, but where do you think they got it from? They're pulling from our actual history.
Indeed.
They are. So go ahead, prance and be yourself, because soon there will be no more hunting humans allowed in the Bronze Age like there's been in the Kali Yuga.
It's going to get better.
It is. But right now, we do have to write out this ride. Be as prepared as possible. Circle yourself with a protective sphere of white light. Always works. Golden light, very high frequency. If you envision more of a violet light, that actually is painful to demonic entities. They don't like it at all. But any of the 3 would work.
Indeed.
Believe in your power of visualization. This whole natural matrix is built to respond to our thoughts.
Yes.
Source bless and namaste.
Namaste.